Oh, hi there. Didn't see you. In the last video, I didn't actually teach you what edge control is, so I'm gonna teach you about hard and soft edges right now. So why is understanding edges so important? Understanding hard and soft edges is vital to communicate the changes in form and transition and shape between objects. Let's contrast that with the airbrushy look. I'm sure you've seen this or maybe made art like this. I know I have. And effectively, the airbrush look or the pillow shading look is just the perfect example from any amateur artist of a total misunderstanding of edge control. They don't understand what actually they're drawing or what they're painting, and the lighting information they're communicating is saying to the viewer. Now, this can be remedied because all you need to understand are hard and soft edges. That's it. Hard and soft edges make up the entirety of basically all geometric and rendering expression. If you want to capture something with lighting and communicate form, you're going to use either a hard or soft edge. When forms intersect, overlap, or stop, this creates an edge. The type of edge depends on the geometry of the form. A hard edge indicates a sharp transition in the form. These are also silhouettes. The silhouette of an object is typically a hard edge. If you want to tip on rendering, using the lasso tool of any kind, either it's the lasso fill or lasso select, is a really good tool to communicate sharp transitions and forms because there's a hard edge in that selection. Another hack is to use a gradated brush like my Mikhail's horse brush from my Clipsio paintbrush pack. And the reason this is a great gestural shorthand is because on one side is a hard edge and then it transitions slowly to a soft edge. So you can just paint hard to soft or soft to hard, depending on the direction of the brush. Link in description, totally free. Gumroad, check it out. Quickly communicate like forms turning and restarting as I talk about my leveling up rendering video. But this is particularly about edges and how to understand them so that you can level up your art on top of leveling up your art. So if you want to finally get to the final boss of rendering and painting, which is me, then you're gonna have to understand this. Do it. Sharp edges also imply clarity and or a new angle. So for example, again, cubes, that turn, that sharp turn is indicating the form has a abrupt change in the form. Same thing with buildings, right? So hard and sharp things are in focus and blurry things are out of focus. A soft edge indicates the form is turning away from the light or that the geometry of the object is soft. So for example, a sphere, as it turns away from the light, gets nice and soft, right? That edge right there between the light and the dark is just gradated and it's just really smooth. And also, for example, something that would be soft would be like fur, right? The edges of fur, it's like we can indicate it with sharp lines in a stylistic sense, but really like if you were to create the silhouette of a character that was soft, it would indicate that the character is fluffy or furry or even made of like some sort of mist or, you know, atmosphere. Just come a little bit closer. Come here. Here's a secret to mastering edge control. Okay, you ready for the breakthrough? A soft edge means something is rounded, no matter where it is. So for example, if I wanted to create a bevel on this cube here, what I would have to do is blur the edges, and now it indicates that every edge is beveled. As long as the silhouette matches up with the lighting information, we're good to go. Forms that connect also can create a soft edge, almost like they're melding together, right? Like the bumps on the back of a frog, or maybe two welded metal pieces together kind of go, you know, loop to loop, right? And they kind of blend into one another. Let's review what we covered. Hard edges represent sharp value transitions and sudden turns in geometry. Silhouettes act as hard edges. They imply closeness and clarity, objects that are in focus. Soft edges, by contrast, represent a slow turning away from the light and a roundness to the form. Soft edges also imply something is soft, hazy, or out of focus. If you enjoy what you're learning here, you're really going to enjoy the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform for creatives. It's the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. Skillshare is a great resource to help take your career skills, hobbies, passions, or even side hustles to the next level. As someone who has a variety of artistic interests, from animation to making comics, writing, storytelling, environment and character design, and even video editing, Skillshare is a one-stop shop for a curious creative like myself. And you have no reason to be confused or overwhelmed by the sheer amount of resources here, since Skillshare now offers Learning Paths, which are curated sequential class collections to master a specific skill. You can pick a skill you want to learn, lock in, and enjoy the ride. When you join using my personal link in the description, the first 500 people will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And guess what? My very own 90s character airbrush course is on Skillshare, so you can learn directly from me on this platform in that period of time. Pretty cool. Hope to see you there and looking forward to what you create. Properly displaying a variety of edges throughout your art is critical to leveling up your representational work. So if you want to get better at painting and rendering, understanding edge control is so important. And I highly recommend you go back through the video and follow the painting demonstrations that I've shown, just so you can get a better grasp in your brain of like how this all works together. You should also check out the companion video to this. There. Like, subscribe, share it, join the Lizard Legion. You know the drill. Go to my Gumroad, do all the things now. All right, guys, until next time, go and make good art.